good, people? This is a special edition of the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze. I got my special guest here, WowGr8, Dr. Dot.
That's what they say.
Yeah. What's good?
What's up, bro? I'm chilling, bro. I had to do this, man. For y'all out there, Inconsistent Podcast people, I've known Rob since my 8th grade going into 9th grade. He was volunteering at the library.
I was gonna bring it up.
I had to say it.
The Southwest
Library, right behind the Wendy's
on Cascade Road. Yeah,
he was giving me the pointers about high school like a year before I went.
Man, that's crazy because we both volunteered there. There's a mandatory amount of volunteer hours you have to do to graduate
from Atlanta Public
Schools. Someone told me that the easiest way to get your volunteer hours is to shelve books at the library.
And it was. I mean, it's AC and that motherfucking
lit. First of all, it's a ton of girls there getting their
hours too.
Okay. There's a Subway right there, walking distance.
Hell yeah.
At that time, Subway was lit.
Bussin'.
Subway was a delicacy.
$5 footlongs were truly $5 at that time.
We were living a hot Cheeto life. And to go to Subway, you know what I'm saying, get them baked chips in our system, we was doing it.
It was better than we should be.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The people who worked at the librarians was like, dang, I'm bringing my lunch, and these kids walking in here with these Subway bags. Yeah. One time, Kai Toy came to the library, you know what I'm saying, from the I Like the Way You Move video.
Oh, yeah. You know what? It's how vague that my memory is. That's so crazy. Because I remember that video was significant.
Crazy.
And people was like...
Yeah, and that video was out at that time. I was
then.
like, I'm about to help her with the Dewey Decimal System. Heck yeah. Man, and then... we ended up going to the same high school. You end up going to B.E. Mays.
Which I already knew. Like I said, I told you that before I got to Mays. It was that summer. I was going the next year. I was like, yo, I'm coming to Mays. First thing you was warning me about, two things. You was warning me about Sandman. It's like legendary science teacher, Mr. Sanders. And,
wow.
Yeah. Did you see he went viral recently? Random.
No.
I'm about to show you the clip at some point. He went viral like on some like shade room shit, like
that's crazy
for being like sassy, but like it was really good.
Man,
it was shit that we grew up with. Like
the most
the
notorious science teacher, period. Mr. Sanders, that's crazy. Yeah. What was the other thing?
I can't remember now. Just thinking about him going viral, I lost it.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. So okay. So you was in the academy.
Hell yeah, man.
The Math and Science Academy. And look at us in the arts.
Right. Look what happened.
Look at us not using that math or that science.
Not much.
Man. But it was like, it's so weird how it's set up. Because if you're in the arts, you have to go to North Atlanta.
Yeah, you got to go to a whole
So you got to go
school.
Far if you want to be in the art school.
And what's crazy about that, I remember even then like auditioning for that, right? But the decision, I just remember the decision was like this. My mom was like, if I end up going to North Carolina, I probably wouldn't get no whip. It was like a lot of other life decisions I had to make. It was like, look, if you want to stay around the way, then more things will be available. It's like, shit, I just stay. I don't care where I go to school at.
My parents was like, if you go to North Atlanta, you got to get there on Marta.
Yeah, and I already was doing
I
that
was
before.
little. Like, I was little when you met me as a sophomore going into a junior.
Yeah.
But when I was a freshman, I looked like a kid. Like, I will post a picture from my sophomore year, and it looks like I am literally 11 years old.
Yeah, man.
Like, I had no business on Marta.
See, my mom fucked up and had me on Marta in 6th grade at 11 years old.
Really?
I was going to Inman. So, you know, I still was staying off Camden Road. So, like, after a while, it wasn't practical for my mom to be driving me no more. She was like, look, you got to learn this bus. And I was like, damn. So that decision alone kind of trajected me into what I do today because I was just, like, hanging around Grady kids, like, seeing what they was doing. And then, like, I was like, well, I'm definitely not going to Grady after that shit. And I wasn't going to North Carolina. I was like, I go to Mays.
All right. So... What did you play in the band?
Yes.
At Mays?
Yeah. Trumpet section leader, 2008, 2009 going in.
Okay.
Trumpet section leader.
what would the song "Hey Bus Driver"? Do you know that song?
What? What? Hey bus driver. Hey bus driver, listen. Hey bus driver, thanks for the ride up the hill. We used to sing that shit. Football team sang that shit. The band sang that shit. The soccer team sang that shit.
That Maze Hill. The football team definitely. The soccer team.
It was like at the end of the night type shit. You sing that shit at the end of whatever game you was coming from.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
So, did you always know that you were gonna be like in the music?
Not directly, as I would say. I would say when I was gonna finish high school, my plan was to I wanted to be like a radio, TV personality. Like I saw myself doing more some like hosting shit, some Ryan Seacrest shit. I thought that nigga's story was really cool at the time. And I went into school in college at first for journalism before I ended up, having my problems and getting out of college. But so initially that's what I thought I would do. The rapping was always just something I did on the side. And then I was just friends with Olu, and I saw how serious he was taking it. And I was like, I could probably take it serious.
I mean, y'all did rap at y'all graduation.
We did, but even we did.
Yeah,
rap.
I was so heated when y'all was up there rapping because
they never let nobody try that before.
2 years prior,
they never let nobody try
our
that.
class sang "If I Could Reach Higher" by Gloria Estefan.
Oh, I thought you were going to say some R. Kelly shit.
No. We sang the most 80s graduation song, and then y'all up there rapping, and it's an original.
Hell yeah. And my nigga Dex, who just was here, he made the beat. Shout out to Fickett and Bunch. But he made the beat.
Yo, I went to Fickett.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's the dawn of a new day.
Dawn of a new day. That song is somewhere on YouTube right now, making me
For
cringe.
real?
Yeah, every few years ago, somebody had discovered that was us, and they'll.
A lot of people was recording it. Luckily for y'all, there was some Razor phones and BlackBerries.
Oh yeah, no, the phones was all ass back then.
Yeah.
But so crazy. That's so crazy. That's how I started feeling old, low key too, because I was like, bruh. I saw somebody had sent me a video of me freestyling at 12 or 13. I was like, "You sure that's me, bro?" Because the pixel is so pixelated. Bro.
Oh wow!
I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is, but that's literally that's how we was way before phones was good.
Were you in a group or anything before EarthGang?
Nah, well, kind of. Me and Dex had a group. We used to call ourselves Blackjacks.
Blackjacks?
Yeah, that was our Ben Hill rap group. We would literally be across from Bunch, a bunch of niggas. Dex make beats, and we would be that was middle school type shit, Blackjacks. And then, but I don't think we never established what it was ever going to be. I think that we was just calling ourselves that shit because it was funny at the time.
Did y'all record anything?
Maybe one or two. So this was during the Snap era. The first song I ever made was this song called Shut Up Bitch, You Ain't Cute. It was a Snap record.
Yeah.
Shut up, bitch, you ain't cute. Shut up, bitch, you ain't cute. Shut up. That's the whole song. It probably would have been a bigger hit than anything EarthGang made if I had released it.
If that would have came out around the Heisman era, I think y'all would have ate. You know what I'm saying?
We might have picked out too soon. It's probably a good thing. God knew what he was doing. He's like, I'm going to just keep this one. I'm going to delete this one.
If that would have came out around Bitch You Ride the Marta Bus, y'all would have had the streets on fire.
What? It was just pre-crank that. Niggas started cranking shit right after that. Everything was getting cranked.
Batman, Yank.
Yanks. Boy, when the Yank was getting cranked. They used to, I remember they came and did a pep rally at our school, and they had, each of these niggas was a different ace. They had the tall T.
Oh,
the ace of spades, ace of diamonds, ace of... Each nigga was a different card, and they was cranking that Yank.
Yeah, no, that was an era. We had the Street Runners clique come to our senior night.
What song was it?
One hand, hey, two hands,
shit,
no hands. Hey, yeah.
I remember that shit. Yo, I gotta say, bro, that's why I did shit with the all the little quote unquote movements that be happening with these niggas they just get a little banger with the dance banger. We been making the dance bangers, bro.
In the South,
we've been making the dance bangers. Y'all trying to make up dances now because y'all thinking of niggas like Soulja Boy and shit that y'all grew up. But Soulja Boy grew up emulating the niggas from the A. So we been do that.
They had TikTok in that era.
TikTok, if they would have had TikTok in 2000, 9, 8, 7, 10, 15. Like, it would have been crazy, bro.
Would have been crazy. Well, I mean, I honestly think...
And them dances was way more physical than today's TikTok dances, bro. Them TikTok dances, you got to stand in one place. For cranking that, niggas was breaking their whole spines, bro. Like, niggas was turning into...
Yeah, no, like, it was serious. It was serious. Because, like, I think people see it from afar, and they're like, all they're doing is snapping. No, it's like, bro, that's the basic part.
That's if you can't do nothing else.
The snapping opens up a world of possibilities.
So many things.
Like, yeah, you could play baseball. You could fence.
You could throw it, whatever the object was up into the air. Yeah. And wait for whatever object to land, so you can snap the other way.
Come on, man.
You could walk with it. You could
and then walking it out.
Yes. 2-step with it. Tag your friend. You can look at your homie and he gonna just start doing it. Niggas just do that shit.
Man, we used to have like party practice when I got to college. Like, people was really like, all right, like, when this song come on, we all gonna crank it. We all like, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it too obvious, but we about to crank it when this song come on.
I mean, subtly, and it's some science shit, to be a human, we all know the power of synchronized dancing. Like, if you see a bunch of people moving the same way, it's like, oh, shit. So even at a party practice shit, I can just see niggas, like, not saying that directly, but just like, yo, if we all do this shit, we know it's
all do it, it's going to be a wrap. Yeah, everybody's like, looking at you.
That's why it works with them lame-ass frats. No disrespect, but them shits do be goddamn.
Because they got all the science down.
They got the science. It's like
everybody there is not someone that should be cranking it.
Yes, and everybody
do
in
have the
frat
science down.
Everybody in the frat can't dance, but they gonna do it.
We might get in trouble for that, but
I don't care. Bring that smoke.
So okay. What would you like me to call you?
So you call me Ian. All my people that's known me for a long time know me as Ian. That's fine.
That's what I say off camera, but I've never done it on camera.
Yeah, no, I feel
I didn't want to blow up your spot.
Shit,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it be fans screaming that shit sometimes. The ones
really?
That do the research, the ones that be on Wikipedia. Yeah, and it works every now and then because then I look and be like, who knows me for real? And then I'm like, wait, you don't know me, and then I go somewhere else with it.
Yeah, no. Would you prefer someone that doesn't know you not to say Ian?
Yeah, honestly, to be quite honest, because then that's kind of how I differentiate. But then if I look and I see you tried it like that, then I'm definitely ignoring you forever if I don't know you. It's like, oh, you really tried it. Like nice try, but like, no.
It's like a pre-violation.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't violate yet.
But you let me know
they
you
put
will.
their cards on the table, but now you've seen their cards.
You let me know you will violate in order to get what you want.
So, okay, you're in college. Are you and Olu at the same school?
Yeah, so we both ended up getting scholarships to Hampton. That's kind of what solidified us as being niggas with scholarships.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
That shit is fine. So we both had them. And before that, we was like kind of toying around with the name EarthGang in high school. But when we both realized we both had scholarships to the same school, I didn't really care where I went. He was super like intent on Hampton's architecture program or whatever.
Okay.
And
Olu trying to build stuff.
Yeah, he was at the time. He ended up changing. But we got there and I had a different roommate. But then we realized we had like X amount of studio equipment. We was like, man, we just got to swap roommates. And like we made our room the studio low key like when we first got there.
Okay.
When we first got there, we switched roommates. We was like, look, we just gonna have to. These gonna be the speakers that we share. This gonna be the computer that we got. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna do this shit like that, and that's how we kind of started this shit.
Man, that's crazy. The early blog era,
bro. Blog era music, low key, is like everybody got their different golden age. That's my golden age because that's when I was doing my most discovery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm getting put on to a lot of people that's hot now. Like, Cole, Wiz, Cuddy, all them niggas was like part of the blog era. Like, these niggas are legends now. They like super legends now. But like, I remember the blog era of all them.
I remember like downloading some of y'all early stuff and like people I knew that had blogs. Cause like, I think everybody remembers the big blogs, but also what made blogs crazy is that a ton of people had their own little smaller blogs.
It was like looking at people like Spotify or whatever today. It was like you can see like what they was what they just bumping.
And it's weird how like now everyone's on Instagram, which is like a scaled down version of what a blog was. Like a blog, you could write an article, you could, post up a video, you could do so much, and now everything's just kind of like narrowed down to the phone.
It's just quick blogs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, I don't fully miss the blog era, because what I will say about the blog era is, while you had like the ones of people individual shits, which you can find a lot of gems that way, it was a lot more. They use the term gatekeeping for everything, but that's really what it was. Like it was a lot more of that shit. But bro, do you know how hard it used to be for us to get on Complex? Like it used to be a beg fest, bro. Like we used to be like, yo, can we please? Like now, I don't give a fuck what Complex thinks about me at all today. Like it doesn't. And I'm glad to be in that freedom of space. But like, bro, I used to be like, man, if we don't get on Complex, bro, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, literally, like losing it, bro, over fucking Complex.
Man,
they would have to pay me to really get some exclusives today. Like I'm like, man.
I mean, like I feel like from a comedy perspective, I don't think it's like the same. I don't think we had the same.
Y'all didn't have the same channels.
Arena, yeah. Like I mean, comedy hype kind of developed, but kind of came
That's more recent
with us. Like. Yeah. It used to be the laughingbarrel.com, but I started blogging when I started doing stand up, and so I was like, maybe I'm gonna be the curator, and I was like putting up like different,
what you was fucking with.
Yeah, different black comedy just throughout the years, just different stuff I like, different jokes I like. But
do you have an all-time favorite?
Do I have an all-time favorite?
I know that's weird to say when you in it, because it's weird for me with music, because I always feel like, well, didn't I hear this and love it? But like,
I'd probably say all-time favorite would be Chris Rock, probably.
Okay.
Just because just love like Bring the Pain, and it's also kind of my intro to stand up being important.
Yeah,
like me having to go in the other room for a man talking, like blew my mind.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like there's no blood, there's no guts, there's no sex scenes. Stuff. It's a dude saying his ideas, and I gotta go in the other room. Yeah. I want to know what he's thinking. That's a cool way to think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's wild.
And so and
you think all great stand-ups need a special?
I don't know if all great stand-ups
or all great comedians. Not say stand-ups. All great comedians need a special.
I would say no, just because what everybody is great at, like it's a live performance, and so everything that happens in a live performance doesn't translate to video. And everything that happens in a live performance that translates to video doesn't last over time. Mm-hmm. So I would say there are plenty of talented people who are amazing live, that just because they weren't able to capture that in the video doesn't mean
that they're not talented.
That they're not talented, and what they do isn't special.
That's real.
Probably the most democratic way I could answer that, but that's how I feel though.
I feel that though. I got homies that think they're funny, and I be like, well, you ain't got no special, and they be like, I don't need no special.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have a special in the can.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the materials.
You already recorded it, or
the material's done.
Okay,
but it's just like,
how do you determine
figuring out the politics?
You just know this is your funniest shit in your heart.
It's not even that. It's what I want to say.
What you want to say. That's
like
really
the stuff I'm putting out is like a real mixtape mentality right now, where I'm putting out jokes at a high clip, but those are jokes that I'm willing to put out. Mm-hmm. And so the stuff that I'm holding on to is the stuff that like means more to me and needs to be seen as a cohesive
like a
thing.
Big thing. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. What reruns do you watch?
What reruns? I recently rewatched the whole Attack on Titan.
Okay.
It's a pretty good anime. I don't think I can ever escape Office reruns.
The American Office or the British Office?
And I've seen the British one, or a lot of the British one, but the American one, my girl gonna play that. Like if I ain't even, I could be sleeping, I wake up and that's what she watching. So it's like, you never escape that, and it's a great show. Yeah, I have a lot of moments where I feel like Jim. Like just in life where I'm like looking for a camera to look at, like just looking for a fourth wall to break real quick.
I feel like that's by design. I feel like you're supposed to associate with Jim.
With Jim?
You know? Yeah. If you're like,
he's looking at you the whole time like
Creed needs some more time. You gotta watch out for people like that.
I love Creed. Creed is the best character on the show. Jim not the best character, you just feel it because he's looking at you like.
But I feel like Creed is, I feel like Jim is like how you're supposed to view the show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can feel that. I feel that.
And like, but yeah.
Creed is great.
Creed is great. Yeah.
Creed, and what's the girl with the red hair?
Oh, yeah.
I can't think of her name. I want to say Angela, but I know that's not it.
No.
Like Madeline or Mariah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The one with the red hair be cracking me up.
Yeah, she's great. I like Stanley too.
Oh,
Stanley be so in the pocket.
Boy, what?
Man, when he dribbled.
I wonder what people like Stanley do. Like, do they know did he know he was funny before that show? Like,
He had to, huh?
Had to. Like, how else?
I'm convinced there's people like that know exactly
what it is about them,
how they can get their stuff off, but also is gonna sit back until it's time to do that.
Yeah,
because they don't gotta be silly man all the time.
Yeah, he not like silly man all the time. But it's like his batting average is 1,000 though. Like when he do it, he don't miss. Bro.
He don't miss. He don't miss, man. When he was dribbling in that basketball game, that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
And his hand was so like I've never seen a hand like that on a basketball. Like
it was so perfect, and it's not even a humor. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some things in that joke that I probably shouldn't all the way rock with. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they got it off. They got it off. Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I'm just going to ask you questions, but I do want. How do you feel about when like so cause I was on Twitter the other day. Somebody was like, "What's the last?" I ask people this all the time too, but then somebody asked me, "What's the last funny movie you seen?" I said something like a Will Ferrell movie or something. I can't even remember, but like it was a while ago.
Yeah.
And people said, "Why has it been so long?" And I'm like, I just really think it's just too risky. And we all know that it's too risky right now. How you feel about like, is that ever going to be over with? Is there ever going to be a time where like we've reached a sensitivity peak? Because let's agree, we can all say we're sensitive now. It's good or bad. We're not going to say whether it's good or bad. But is there going to be like enough of it?
Somebody's going to get an opportunity that doesn't care. Eventually, somebody's going to get an opportunity,
and it's going to succeed.
And the cameras like look right, and the
money
script,
is there,
and the money is everything. That don't care.
They don't give a fuck.
And then
That's
when
beautiful.
that happens, they're going to give them everything.
But why? So you think it's really that many people scared?
I think that it's not only people are scared, it's also the journey.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know,
it's like I worked too hard to get here.
Worked hard to get here and worked with the, you know, some of the people that might catch a stray.
Yeah, facts.
And work, you know, and work next to and seen behind the scenes some of the you know, people that might not like certain things.
That's real.
You know? And so I think that you gotta have somebody that doesn't care.
You gotta let people not like stuff, man. It's okay.
That's true.
That's true. People just not like stuff.
Or make stuff that's so good that they're like, all right, I don't agree with that part, but I can't deny it. Yeah. You know, you got to make some
That's
undeniable.
how I feel about a lot of like racial jokes. When I hear some of them, it's like, yeah, okay, that was too far. But some of them, like, well, and this is against black people sometimes. I'm like, yo, that's true. Like, I got an uncle that does this, or I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, if some of the stereotypes, like, I see them in my family, so I can't be mad at the joke. Like, it makes me laugh to know that that's like, we can laugh at it. I'd much rather cut the tension than be like, oh, it's terrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's also you gotta nail it.
Yeah, you gotta nail it. It's delivery.
You know?
It's delivery.
You gotta do it, you know, with surgical precision. But there's surgeons out there.
Facts.
People have surgery every day.
That's true.
You know, they gotta give money to the surgeons. And what would you say is your favorite color sky?
Favorite color sky?
Yeah.
So when I've been in places, and I don't know if it's location based or if it's just time based or whatever, weather based, but when it's doing the pink to yellow, like the sherbet kind of vibe.
Okay.
I love a sherbet sky. Like I love that.
A pink
shit.
to yellow sherbet.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I've seen that in Florida.
Yeah, definitely seen it in Florida.
You know,
I've seen it in
that's the cheap version of the sherbet sky.
Nah,
yeah,
because it's the Florida version.
I feel like you about to say something way more extravagant.
I was about to say Indonesia.
Okay, all right,
it's cool out there.
Yeah, they got a Florida and Indonesia for sure.
I mean, yeah, it pretty much is Florida. It's like Indonesia, and with my experience, Bali is like Asia's Florida. It's like
really,
yeah, it's like that kind of shit. Like people go there for
Bali
spring break kind of thing.
Yeah,
like. Get hella drunk. The food's not great, but it's like happening around you all the time. So it's like
that's crazy, man. You've been all over the world. Right now, you are opening. You and EarthGang, y'all are opening for the Gorillaz. Are they cartoons like in real life? Like
that was the craziest part. Was meeting them was so crazy, bro. Because I didn't know. For one thing, we met them on Zoom, so I thought at least for the Zoom they was gonna keep the mask on.
They was gonna have have they Zoom picture be
just like different. And at first it was when it was loading in, and then they all turned their cameras on one by one, and we seen what they look like. And I was like, okay, y'all are people. Like that's true. They real guys.
That's crazy.
And, I done met the leader, met the whole band, and then I met like the guy Jamie who actually does the animations. He's super cool because he just be in the cut, and he literally is like syncing up the mouth to the singer's mouth, like when it's on stage.
That's dope.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Oh, so they're doing that live?
Yeah, and the concert, like you can see them if you close enough. Like the band is there on stage, so you can see them if you close enough. But they doing shows that are so big, like if you far away, all you can see is the screen. So like, you know what I'm saying? The average person is getting regular tickets is only seeing that screen and the visual, and they just hearing the music, and it's like synced up with him. And even sometimes I'll be like, he be doing like a little ad lib and shit. I'm like, but do you practice like all the ad libs same time? Because mine are always random. So I'll be like, bro, he'll hit the ad lib and the monkey on the screen and do the same shit. I'll be like, nah, bro. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I remember one time I was watching y'all on this GQ thing, and you and Ola was talking about y'all favorite shoes that y'all had picked up along the way. And when I tell you they was all like some of the most expensive, you know what I'm saying, Thanos looking, like super, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm so broke in a basement in New York. And I'm like, yo, they getting to this money out here, man. Yeah, like, they got all kind of designer shoes.
These shoe games have gone kind of crazy. What's so funny about, so these I got on right now, I don't know if y'all can see these. I bought them. I bought them busted. They came busted. I'm not going to say how much they cost. They cost a lot of money. But
okay.
They call for visits. But I wore these thinking, you know what I'm saying, they were superstars. I wore them to Wildin' Out. And if they was not the target of like half the roast,
oh yeah,
they flamed me, but they cooked me up crazy a while enough for wearing these shoes. I was like, y'all actually just don't know what these are. These are art piece. Y'all walk around here in these like busted ass motherfucking Chucks and Maxes, and y'all don't know these shoes can eat those shoes. But we not gonna do all that. But it was killing me on Wild 'N Out for wearing my good kicks. I couldn't wait to bring them out.
That's crazy. Yeah, cause you wanna be you. You don't wanna go on Wild 'N Out because they
gonna already make you throw on that Wild 'N Out shirt. Mm-hmm, so you already kind of gotta like adjust your outfit to make that make sense anyway.
Yeah.
So at least let me have my shoes, but they was flaming.
Man, that's hilarious. So you've been all over the world. What's your favorite place
to go?
Yeah.
Just on some chill shit. I would say, I really like South Africa.
Okay.
It's like that was fun, but that's the exchange rate. Like I was just over there feeling like a king, bro. I was just like, this is actually too much. I took out like a couple $100 and it was thousands over there. I was just like, yeah, this is what I need. And then motherfucking, where else would I say? I like the whole Pacific Northwest. I was gonna pick a city, like I'm gonna say Portland or something like that. But I like Seattle, I like Portland, I like Spokane. Like I like the whole. If I could live somewhere, I even like San Francisco and shit like that. If I lived a different life, there's an alternate universe somewhere where I'm just a tech guy,
Yeah.
And I'm just like doing that shit. Like, yeah.
Are you cool with the rain?
Yeah.
Because
I love the rain, bro.
I think the deterrent up there and why we don't be black up people, there like that.
I mean, it's definitely driving the black women away.
Yeah.
If you drive the black chicks away, you probably gonna drive a lot of dudes away too. The chicks ain't trying to get their hair fucked up out there in Seattle, but I don't care. I love that shit.
No, I do too. I really love Portland.
And an overcast, that's my second favorite sky. An overcast, moody type day. It just makes me feel like hella cool. Like I feel like I'm in like a comic book or a cartoon or some shit.
What kind of music you playing in an overcast, moody kind of day?
I'm hitting them with a lot of shit with no words, a lot of instrumental vibes all day.
Okay.
A lot of like cinematic shit, a lot of things that sound like I want to feel like I'm in like a noir kind of picture on them type days.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm playing the mood music on them days.
So like some French horn deep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just some shit. Some shit that like it's a special playlist, my cinematic playlist, because it's like, oh, I want to feel like I'm in this movie all day, and it's no top artist.
Okay. What's your first music memory? Like, what's the first song
memory
you can remember
That's
hearing?
Crazy. Ever. It's gonna sound kind of goofy.
No, you're a baby. You have no control.
I remember being a baby.
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
You can't control it all.
Like,
yeah. So I remember being super, super little.
Okay.
And my dad, I remember because he did this deep into my childhood, but I remember it from my earliest of the youngest, where my grandma would come over to the house, and I guess as a troll, my dad would play this song by Hathaway. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Oh, yeah. Like no Night more. At the Roxbury.
Yeah.
Oh,
he would play that shit, be like, Mom, you gonna dance? And then she would just be like obligated to like bounce to that shit. And I could tell, as I get older, I could tell she wasn't particularly enjoying it, but she did like the intention. It's like, no, you just send up attention now, Grandma. And she
that
be,
is
what
hilarious.
Is love? He used to play that shit all the time. That was like a regular thing.
That's crazy. I was gonna say my first memory of music is a house song. Ow.
That all was in the same mix. That was like
just cause I don't know.
Yo, that was another one of them ones.
Yeah.
Yo, what's the name of that song, bro? That is one of them ones.
Everybody. Yeah.
That is what it's called, bro.
Yeah.
It's called Everybody, bro.
It's something about a song that like there's not a lot of lyrics.
Song. How is that not better than the birthday song? How is that not the national anthem? It's the most inclusive record.
It's crazy.
Ever made. You don't have to kneel or stand. It's everybody just love this.
It sucks that there was a controversy with
with that song or the national anthem?
No, with the lady that sung that song. She sang a reference. And then they like made it with the song, and then they didn't. She had to sue to get paid.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was just time period.
She did that, and she did "Gonna Make You Sweat." Yeah,
that's crazy.
The music take control. Yeah, that's her.
Damn.
She was in this group, the Weather Girls. It's Raining Men.
That was her too.
That's her.
She has a angelic, legendary ass voice, and we don't even know who she is.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And you know what's crazy about that time period? Motherfuckers was just walking in studios and singing back then, and was not feeling out anything or talking about anything or anything. It was
not
like
signing,
not doing anything. Like niggas was just walking in and like
get on.
Yeah, it was like this shit sound good in here, and I know I can sing, so I'm gonna just do that shit. It's like damn.
I don't want to take a guess. I think it's Marta. I don't want to guess. We do have one rule on this podcast: we don't look anything up. We don't Google anything.
That's a really good rule.
Yeah,
that's.
But I will put it in the. in the description for the people because I do want to get her credit.
That's a good rule. You don't realize how much people just be Googling, but damn near every debate I have with a friend these days is ended with a.
But I don't like the people that start Googling immediately.
Yeah,
before I'm even done making my point,
it's like
they just start looking stuff up. And I don't like when I'm listening to a podcast.
And they
Google and then they try to make up a take real quick. I would rather just hear opinions that are informed by thinking about it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't look up nothing and be like hot take real quick.
Mm-hmm. Were you good at beating on the table at school? Did you prefer your hands? Did you prefer a pen, mechanical
I prefer
pencil?
two mechanicals was my vibe.
Two mechanicals?
And that started, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I used to watch people do it, and I wasn't good at it, and I would have like a friend nearby, like, yo, can you just do the beat for me so I can rap? But then once I started picking that up, the mechanical is great because that plastic you can get like a scrape in between the. So the mechanicals is really what it is.
Do you ever do that now?
I should.
When's the last time you beat on the table?
So long, bro. I'm ass. I'm a terrible artist. That was so long.
No, you have equipment now.
Bro, yeah.
You have actual things now.
And
like
as great as these songs are,
I've
been Grammy nominated and some whole other shit with all this equipment. I would have won that shit if I just motherfucking used a pencil, bro. Like, on God, bro. Because the people gonna always respond to that type of shit, bro. It's like, you took me better when I used to do that shit.
Man.
Before this podcast come out, that song will be recorded. Because I can't let somebody run away with that. That's actually good.
Yeah. No, we'll cut it out.
Don't cut it out. Don't cut it out. I want the beef. I want all the turmoil.
Heck yeah. Oh, man. Would you rather have scales or fur?
Do the scales and or fur determine everything else about my living? Like, am I definitely a reptile, or can I be a mammal?
If you have scales, I think there's certain blood that's required
to maintain it.
So as close as you could be to yourself, but a reptile. Same thing with the fur. Fur, you probably got fangs. You probably got, you know what I'm saying?
I'll probably go with the fur.
Okay.
Because I feel like the creatures with fur can live more places easily. Like, if you got the scales, you need that sun, and then when it gets cold, you better have it absorbed all day. But like with the fur, you pretty much know where you stand. You're like round the clock, no matter what it is. So I think that's just easier. I just like knowing where I stand, no matter what. Like, if you don't like what I am, you don't like what I am. But at least I know. Versus with like a reptile, it's like sometimes I'm good in these places, sometimes I'm not. If I'm too reptilian, it's a certain type of people attracted to me. I'm like, I don't know if I like the rep. I don't like snake people. I don't like the guy with the snake at the party, the girl holding the snake. I've never vibed with those people.
I haven't been to that party.
Are there
parties where like people have a snake?
Did you go? No, see, that also is probably because I went to a HBCU. It's always a nigga with a python at a party, bro. It's always a frat nigga or a woman. It's always somebody who think it's cool to like come to the party with a snake on their arm or like around their neck, and they think it's gonna attract people. It does, but it's never the girls that I was looking at anyway.
Oh my God,
bro, the snake guys.
This is a new stereotype.
What? That's a nigga stereotype too. That's like
I don't think this has been covered anywhere.
It really don't get talked about enough, and I'm the only reason I say that, because I've been to enough places where I don't like snakes. So I know I'm not going to places with snakes on purpose. Yeah. I'm going to like a Greek party, the HBCU shit back when I was in school. And there's always a nigga somewhere like just like.
With a snake
on
his arm?
Usually a very corny nigga who think it's cool to have a python.
Man.
Just wearing that shit like jewelry.
I've never felt so much like I went to a PWI than right now.
I assume that y'all would have them too, but I guess not. It actually makes less sense that y'all, because like you have it out there, white people don't even care about that shit. They like, like, bro.
No, I think if there was a black kid at Georgia that was into snakes, we would all like call him Snakes. You know what I'm saying? like, cause we're like.
Yeah, I can't see no UGA party with a snake guy.
when you're black at Georgia, it's like you kind of fighting for. You got a little angst about your decision, especially if you're from Atlanta.
Yeah,
because that means you passed a ton of black schools
on the way there.
And so like. Man, we ain't have no snake dude that I can recall.
I can think of snake niggas I've seen at like Ben Hill Day, like Glenwood Day, like different like just block party type shit. Is a nigga out there just like.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention.
He was there, bro. He's probably in the back
Ben
of
Hill
old pictures.
Snake dudes,
bro.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Also, did they find those snakes in the woods?
Who
or are these snakes?
I don't know the source of these snakes.
From the pet store.
And it's 9 times out of 10 a ball python, like the most classic like of Negro snakes, like the most like
I don't even know about the Negro snakes. I feel terrible right now.
I'm going to just say that's the Negro snake because I've never seen a black person care about any other type of snake. Like, we don't like snakes typically. I feel like that's our thing. It's like, nature, you scary. But then you see a nigga with a ball python, it makes perfect sense, bro.
Now that you say it, there were a ton of kids in school that would lie about having a snake.
Yes.
That was like a common lie in elementary school. Like, man, I got a snake. It's huge.
Do you remember how often it was a ball python? Because I remember kids saying that back then, too. That's a ball python. It's a ball python. And
so some of these kids either were future
snake guys,
or
they had one,
or they were growing up with a snake guy.
With a snake guy in the home, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And let's be honest, I don't think the snake guy, as creepy as the snake guy is, there's people in our community that are way more obviously harmful. The snake guy is probably one of the more harmless members of our community. They
snake
usually
guy,
just
you
want
gotta
attention.
be because or else the snake would be going crazy.
Yeah, also.
If they weren't solid, then the snake would be going crazy.
They usually are a pretty chill dude that just wants people to walk up to them instead of they walking up to people.
And that's probably what attracts the girls that are down to be around snakes.
Snake guys is like, he's not going to say nothing. Who you going to tell this snake?
But at the same time, you still are the snake guy.
Yeah. And that's what, and you standing on it too. Like, you making that part of your person. In lieu of a personality, I have a snake.
Man. I wonder how many people walk past a snake guy in snakeskin shoes. It has to happen. That has to be a possibility.
Yeah, bro, it's enough chances. Especially if you go into some of this black shit in the South.
Yes.
Out there
somebody's got some snakeskin shoes on.
Or a belt or something. Yeah.
Excuse me, bro. And then there's a snake on.
The snake just
Oh, man.
Shout out to the snake guys.
Shout out to the snake guys.
Every hood.
Who even knew?
Every hood.
Snake guys out here. That's crazy.
Shout out.
Do you believe in other universes?
100%. So the other day I did a concert and a fan asked me after the show. I was like talking to some fans, and he was like, "Bro, do you believe in other universes, and do you think you're in the wrong one?" And I was like, yeah, and I think I know where it's split, at least for this one. But I do. I honestly do. So I think we all have decisions we make, and every time we're making decisions, there's another one of us somewhere making the other one. And that's kind of where I think, as far as the human understanding of what universes can be, they split off based on the choices that we making all the time. And that's fire. Yeah, and these choices are affecting each other too. So there's multiple different even possibilities within each of those. So like, say for example, me and you go to Chick-fil-A, I get the spicy chicken, you get the grilled spicy chicken. On that day, let's just say for whatever reason that day, I'm looking at you like, what kind of clown gets grilled? There's a me somewhere that's like, hey, that's a good idea to get grilled. And same on the other side. So I think those things are always splitting at all times.
Yeah. In every instance.
Yeah, for sure. And I think whatever universe I'm in now I think I'm super trapped because this is the one where Trump has been president already. So it's like, it's only going to go this way, like, unless I figure out something else.
It's nuts when you think of like you just put like a random thing like that as a statement, and it's like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
I think, like I said, I think there's definitely a universe somewhere where I'm working in tech. There's a universe somewhere where I decided to stay in college the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I decided music was kind of lame. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing something else.
Ray J had a projector and showed us the Kim Kardashian contract.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts.
There's a universe somewhere where that he didn't sign that. There's a universe somewhere where that contract came out earlier, like came out right when the tape dropped.
Yeah.
Like, there's a world. That's why that world is a whole nother world. That world, fucking Al Gore was also elected. Because I'm like, where the fuck did that happen, where if we would have known before that the contract was involved, think about how many decisions would have been affected. Would Kanye be where he is? Would we care about Brandy a different way? Would, you know what I'm saying? Would Ray Shrimmer, Mannequin Challenge have gone viral to help Hillary get where she got? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those things, I be thinking about, damn, we just would have knew. How would we have treated any of this shit? Would going viral even be a thing? Just in general, because like low key, that was one of the biggest early viral Like viral, like that and Soulja Boy cemented with being viral was to me. Yeah. At that age, I'm like, okay, well, you can do this or you can do this. Either way, you going viral is getting all the attention you can get in a rapid amount of time. And then for her to turn going viral into billions, that's why everybody's trying to go viral now. It ain't just because we all like want attention. Yeah, a lot of people do, but like a lot of people see that shit like, well, I could end up like that just by.
I went viral recently, and I will say that 1 million is not viral.
It's not. Well,
like,
it depends.
Like, because I've done stuff that's hit 1 million before, and it did not feel like
you was viral.
Like what I felt when I truly went viral.
Facts.
I was presented with this hit an M, but everywhere I go, someone is like, a real person is like walking up and, randomly. And so I'm like, oh, this hit where I'm at really hard, or everything else wasn't real.
Yeah.
There's stuff that is like circulating now that was in that thing that hit 1 million, and it's getting way more of a response now. And it's like I'm finally starting to hit real people.
Yeah, nah, that shit is weird. It's so weird because you can't really measure it. And I work in the music business, so like I work in a field where the executives and the label people are always trying to predict what's gonna be viral. Yeah, even to the point where they can hear a beat with nobody on it and be like, "This is viral," and y'all better hop on this. And they'll send that beat to as many artists as they can, hoping that the viralness that they feel within the beat is going to achieve. And it often doesn't, because you can't predict that shit. These are moments chosen by the people. You know what I'm saying? You can't manufacture viral. It just gotta happen. So
that has to happen.
Yeah, but like they send us beats all the time. This beat will go viral if y'all hop on it. It sounds like TikTok, and I'm like, sounds like TikTok, like
yeah.
But they do that shit all the time.
But it's so weird because my TikTok is not
music.
That
right?
My TikTok is like whatever people discover about Michael Jackson comes to me. I don't know how TikTok found out that I'm interested.
You liked it one time.
But if you watch a Michael Jackson variety special, like a Jackson's from the 70s, and talk about it, I'm going to see it instantly.
That's crazy.
Like that.
You probably liked one. Oh, you know what? You don't even got to like it no more. Now they got it. I was looking at this thing. Now they got it. If you look at it long enough, it's gonna keep coming.
Yeah,
you just gotta hurry up. You almost gotta run from everything that's sent to you, unless you want to be part of your algorithm. And I got a homie that works for YouTube. He was like, make sure you don't. He said, make sure you, like, every couple videos you watching on like a YouTube, you purposely search some shit that has nothing to do with anything you ever would care about, and it keeps your whole algorithm free. But that's like an active like thing though. You got to work on that shit. I ain't doing that. I'm clicking the recommended, suggested, like, and just letting that shit go, bro.
Suggested videos on music videos have really fallen off.
Yeah, but
they've really fallen off.
But that's because they just feed the robot. They don't feed us.
Yeah, old YouTube. If I'm watching a Tribe video, all the Tribe videos are coming up, and then one video's coming up that a bunch of Tribe people watch. Yeah, that. Now
I'm like fucking with it.
Yeah. Now, if I watch anything old, Tevin Campbell's coming on, regardless of what it is. No matter what mode I'm in.
Sammy Davis
I could
Jr.
watch 75 Wu-Tang videos in a row, and then Can We Talk is gonna be video number 76 guaranteed.
Oh, bro. That's true though, bro.
They got their ones. Sitting in My Room by Brandy. That's another one that's like, yo, I love this song. Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. One of my mom's only tapes. And we had some car trips, 4-hour drives. So we listen to one side, turn it over.
Say you got a black mom, without saying you got a black mom.
You know what I'm saying?
Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, bro. The whole
the whole thing. Yeah.
I remember like even the songs where niggas weren't saying words.
Come on. Yeah, but I don't want to hear that. Like when I'm in a certain mode, I feel like the streamers, maybe because I pay them, their algorithm's great.
Well, yeah. It's better than YouTube for sure.
It's better. Well, yeah, I'm not in the music business. So to me,
I'm talking about listening. I'm just saying what I hear.
To me, and when I'm like, in a mode, and then they like fill in some stuff.
It's like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes
feel
sense.
What they're doing enough that I don't have to stop. It's not perfect.
Yeah, with YouTube, I'm definitely changing some shit because it's gonna get, like you said, when that Tevin Campbell come on, I'm like, man, come on, man.
But I think with somebody's YouTube history, like that's a data you can't buy. Like you really know not only what people like, what information they're getting.
Yeah.
Who they're willing to take information from.
Also. And you know that shit reinforces itself too. Like if you are an anti-vaxxer or you think all ice cream should be purple or whatever your belief is, you click on it once and now all purple ice cream videos is gonna happen to you all the time. Whatever you believe in, it gets reinforced over and over again just because you clicked on it once. So none of us know what's true anymore because of that too. Because it's like, well, I saw a clip that said, you know what I'm saying, all glass is made out of bat doo-doo. And it's like, well, all my bat doo-doo videos are telling me the same thing, so I think I'm right. And then like another person like, well, no, glass is made out of sand. It's written here. Yeah, but all my videos said that. So it's like, the algorithms. I think algorithms should be like, they should have expirations on them. Like whatever the mysterious algorithm itself should die and refresh.
You should like be able to start from scratch.
Yeah, you should be able to start from scratch every now and then. Like, that's really the best way.
You should be able to just have like a time bomb on your algorithm, and then you just got to start it over.
Yeah. Now, like I'll be having to make different profiles for different stuff. Like I got a burner account. I got like an account that I follow a bunch of like cartoon people on. I got my Twitter porn account. Shout out to Twitter porn, the best of porn. It's really changed the game. It really has. It's so much. It's so direct to consumer these days.
Yeah, and shout out to Twitter for not taking those bags. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times where like people could have became wealthy and they decided not to for the love of lack of censorship and Twitter porn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people put billions of dollars on the table so that, you know, when a video pops up and you watch it and then keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Shout out to all my hardworking Twitter porn people. Maybe y'all own little algorithm.
Come on, man.
Horns for porn.
Horns for porn. We got an episode title, folks. Yeah, what would you like to tell the people? What would you want the people to find if they could? This is their first time seeing you, hearing you. What would you want them to dig into first?
If it's your first time seeing me or EarthGang, what I represent, my boys, my squad, I would say check out the album Mirrorland. It's probably still on stores and a lot of Urban Outfitters in the little vinyl section. We've been in the vinyl section for a minute. We got a couple of like EarthGang shirts in the Urbans, but they also, to me, it's our biggest moving project. We've also dropped a subsequent project called Ghetto Guys, which I think is really good. That's what we're touring on right now. It's also really good. But if I had to start you somewhere, I'm going to start you in Mirrorland, and then you can go backwards or forwards from mixtapes to albums, either way, either direction.
I like that. Options.
Yeah. But we start out with Mirrorland.
What color's the vinyl on Mirrorland?
What color is that vinyl? That's a good question, bro. I want to say it's like a purplish, like blue. We picked like one of them like fusion-looking colors.
Yeah.
It costs a little more, but we was just like, I don't know when we're going to get another vinyl off, so it's like we had to make it a special thing. Vinyl is hard to get off, bro. Even if you like sign to a label like I am and everything, it's not about like the access or even the money necessarily. It's about the guys pressing it up. Like they only can do so much. Like it's not like a lot of companies doing it. Yeah.
And then like the color you pick determines how long it lasts.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I feel like they might have told us that and like warned us about certain colors.
Yeah,
and I still was just like, fuck it, it's art.
Like the different vinyl colors are like actually a different material.
That's true.
And black lasts the longest.
That makes perfect sense. Actually.
Of course.
Well, then if you got a Mirrorland vinyl, it ain't gonna last that long. But it's also came out in the streaming era.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying yours is not going to last.
But you might be right, though. I'm literally thinking about it. I feel like my
like
manager probably told me the same thing.
I'm saying like the 30, 40 years down the line. And also it depends on how much you play it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? True. Like if you put it on the shelf, bust it out every now and then, you're good. If you're like, that's your main thing, then it's, it might be a different story.
I should ask that, actually, because we got fans who bring vinyls to shows for us to sign. And I don't think any of them is listening to it on vinyl, but I think it's mostly just collectors at this point anyway.
Yeah.
Which makes a whole difference.
I mean, it's a different experience for some people, cause like I don't know, some people like the feel of it and the sound of it, and then other people just like to feel cool.
Yeah, like a lot of people just feel like they got some shit. Like and if you're gonna get a physical, you don't want a CD. You might as well get something that you can like hang up.
They'll let the needle just go all the way to the end, and then they're like, oh, like other people are like, they hitting stop. They, real really meticulous with it. So also vinyl is how you take care of it.
Hell yeah.
And whatnot. Man, I really appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
This been a Maze High Raider moment.
We got some blue in the back.
We got some blue in the back. Yeah, just another real Southwest Atlanta episode.
All the way out here in L.A.
All the way out here in L.A. You know what I'm saying? But you're watching it wherever you are at. If you get a chance to see EarthGang in person, please do that. Check them out, Spillage Village.
I was going to announce a festival, but I actually don't know if I'm allowed to announce it yet, so I'm just be quiet.
Okay, all right. But something is on the way.
Yes.
Something is on the way.
It's a festival, and it rhymes with umbrella. So, just know, I think that's coming. I think the announcement is coming soon, then I can say it.
All right, yeah. It's been the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Haze.
For sure. Hell yeah, man.
How long was that?
The whole time. I heard him.
Oh, dope. Bet.